5 bells. Stand by all stations.
Attention, all districts. A 5-alarm fire. 5 bells. Move in immediately.
That's it. Let's go!
Let's go!
Firefighters!
Presenting Firefighters, the true-to-life story of our unsung heroes who stand ready to ride by day or night against our most murderous enemy, the demon of fire. In just a moment, we'll join Jimmy and Trudy Collins on the morning after the whole Collins family witnessed the demonstration of Chief Cody's latest pride and joy, Searchlight Truck Number 1, a big portable powerhouse carrying 1.5 million candle power searchlight. But right now, the Collins children have only one thought: their long-anticipated excursion to Red Horse Ravine, a wild, overgrown section outside town where they plan to search for ferns for their botany class, an adventure that seems innocent enough, but which is destined to provide many more thrills than they ever expected. We'll join them for this adventure right after this important message. Let's go, firefighters. Let's go to the far outskirts of town where Jimmy and Trudy Collins, with their friend Jack, have just gotten off the bus at the end of the line on their way up Red Horse Ravine, where they plan to search for fern specimens in connection with their botany class. As they leave the bus and strike out for the open country, Jimmy is telling his friend Jack about Chief Cody's new addition to the fire department, the searchlight truck they saw demonstrated the night before.
Boy, Jack, you ought to see that big searchlight. It can throw a beam of light for miles.
Yeah, 1 billion candle power, Chief Cody said.
1 billion, Trudy? That's a lot of candles.
She means 1 million. You know how women always exaggerate.
Well, it's bright anyway. Why, the chief pointed it up in the sky and lighted up an airplane just like it was day.
Say, Jimmy, what's this new searchlight truck for?
Oh, the chief says they'll use it for rescue work, lighting up fires when there's a lot of smoke or fog.
It even makes its own electricity, too, Jack.
Yeah, it carries a regular generator. You should have seen the chief. He's tickled to death with it.
Hey, we're in the real country. Look, fields, bushes, trees, everything.
Yeah, you'd never think we were right on the edge of a city.
Professor, when do we start looking for ferns?
Okay, wise guy, so you don't like botany, and you don't like ferns. The fresh air will do you good anyway.
Oh, now, look, don't get me wrong. I like ferns, all right. Just that I think it's a little silly spending all day looking for them.
Oh, Jack, I can see you don't have the right approach to botany. You've got to feel it, live it. My ferns can be exciting as candy and baseball.
Yeah, well, I doubt that. I can see you and Jimmy are really gone on the subject. Personally, I can take ferns or leave them.
No appreciation of the finer things, that's you.
Oh, yes.
Come on, let's strike up this ravine. Botany instructor says there's some rare specimens up near the top.
Okay. So this is Red Horse Ravine, huh? Wonder why they call it that.
Well, you see, once there was a horse.
And he was red.
Ah, cut it out. I'm giving you the lowdown on an old Indian legend.
Oh, I'm sorry, Professor. Proceed.
Well, there was this red horse, see? And he belonged to an Indian prince. And one day, so the old story goes, the prince went hunting on his horse, and they rode up this ravine.
What were they hunting? Gophers?
You don't hunt gophers on horseback, wise guy.
Sorry. Continue, please.
Well, they went farther and farther up into the ravine until they came to that high point of rock. You see, way up there.
I see it.
And then all of a sudden, the red horse with the Indian on its back reared up, whinnied, and plunged off the rock.
Oh, what for?
I don't know. The legend doesn't say. Anyway, ever since then, they've called it Red Horse Ravine.
Oh, gee, the poor horse.
Poor horse. What about the Indian? It was sort of tough on him, too, you know.
Oh, here's a nice fern specimen. Give me the book, Trudy. We'll see what kind it is.
Looks like just a plain old weed to me.
That's because you're not a botanist, Jack. Here, Jimmy, look up its name.
Uh-huh. Yeah, here it is. Seems to be a member of the Firefighters family. Yep, here's a picture.
Let's see. Yeah, stringy-looking thing, isn't it? Here, I'll read about it and you examine the fern. Maybe I'll become a botanist yet.
Okay, what does it say?
Well, let's see. Firefighters family is one of the largest group of ferns. Well, and in some parts of the world are closely related to the horsetail. Horsetail? Any relation to the horse of Red Horse Ravine, I wonder?
Go on, Jack, read.
Oh, yes, read. It is not surprising to find that the early vascular cryptogams are commonly found among the fossils of the Paleozoic rocks. Well, do tell. Which points to the fact that the Filicales family became extinct about 1 million years ago. Jimmy,
Yeah, Jack?
you've made a remarkable discovery.
Yeah? How do you mean?
Well, according to the book, the fern you've got there is 1 million years old.
Oh, let me see the book.
Gee, and it doesn't look a day over 500,000.
I could be wrong, of course. Oh, yeah, I see I am. What I have here is only a cousin of the Filicales family, and it's common all over the North American
Oh,
continent.
gosh, I thought maybe we'd found something rare.
Come on, we'll go farther up the hillside.
All right.
We can't let one disappointment get us down.
No. Oh, look out for that hole there. Down you fell in.
Well, gee, what is it?
It looks like an entrance to a cave or something. Here, let me pull the bushes away.
Hey, it is a cave right in the side of the hill.
No, look. There's some old beams around the entrance. Can't be a cave.
I know, Jimmy. There used to be a mine a long time ago up Red Horse Ravine. I heard my dad talk about it once. I'll bet this is an old deserted mine.
Why, sure it is. See, here's part of an old railroad track all grown over with grass.
Ah, and here's an old sign still nailed to a post. Red Horse Mining Corporation. Do not trespass.
Oh, well, gee, that means we shouldn't be around here.
No, that sign was meant for the time when the mine was running. Doesn't make any difference now.
Gee whiz, a deserted mine. Finding this is almost as exciting as finding ferns.
Oh, a lot more if you ask me. I wonder how far into the hill this hole goes.
Oh, well, we could do a little exploration, maybe, and find out.
Go into that old dark hole? Well, I'd be scared to, Jimmy.
Oh, nothing to be scared of, Trudy. Think of the miners. They used to work down there all the time.
Well, yeah, but that was a long time ago. How do we know it's safe to go in now?
Oh, Trudy's right. Maybe the beams and the supports have weakened and rotted away.
Oh, let's take a look. Well, they do look a little shaky. Well, they haven't fallen yet. Come on, let's go in and see what it's like.
Yeah, maybe we can find some rare ferns or moss growing in there.
Well, all right, but hold on to my hand, Jimmy.
Sure, come on.
Gee, the bushes have grown up so thick you can hardly break through to the entrance.
There, that does it. Gee, it's pretty dark, isn't it?
Yeah. You got a match, Jimmy?
Yeah, I'll strike one.
Gee, it's a long tunnel.
Yeah, it's what they call a horizontal shaft. You see, the narrow gauge track runs way back. That's how the ore cars will move to the mouth of the shaft.
Ow! Oh, that match, it burned.
Oh.
Hey, we gotta have some kind of a torch, Jack. I can't keep lighting matches.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll run out and see if I can find a dead stick, something we can use as a flare. You stay here. I'll be right
Well,
back.
hurry, Jack. I don't like this standing in the
I'll
dark.
be back in a minute.
Gee, it is dark, isn't it?
Yeah, the bushes and trees have grown so thick around the entrance that it shuts out the daylight. What was that?
I don't know. Maybe Jack...
There it is again. Well, what are you...
Come on, let's move up toward the entrance. Maybe we should...
Oh, Jimmy, look.
Good gosh, the beams supporting the entrance.
They're coming down. Oh, Jimmy, come on, quick.
We can't. The whole entrance is caving in. Trudy, hang on to me.
Oh, let's get out. Oh, Jimmy, let's get out.
It's too late. The whole thing is caved in.
Oh,
Look, rocks and beams have completely blocked the entrance.
Jimmy. Jimmy, hold on to me.
Easy, sis, easy. It's all right. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
Jimmy and Trudy trapped in the old deserted mine when the entrance collapses, blocking off the mouth with tons of rock. Outside, Jack, hearing the great roar of the rock, stops, frozen in his tracks.
Jimmy and Trudy, in there trapped. I gotta do something. I gotta get... Yeah, that's it. Chief Cody. Chief Cody will know what to do. Yeah, Chief will know how to get them out. Gotta get back to town fast.
Forgetting ferns and the happy holiday they were all going to enjoy, Jack runs down Red Horse Ravine toward town, toward the help he knows Chief Cody can give in this grave crisis. Trudy and Jimmy, trapped in the shaft of a deserted mine. But their friend Jack is safe, knows of their predicament, and is speeding to spread the alarm. For the next thrilling development of this rescue tale, be sure to be on hand for the next true-to-life episode of The Firefighters. In just a moment, Chief Bob Cody will tell you, boys and girls, how you can help the firefighters in your own town. But first, here's a message you ought to hear. And now here's Chief Bob Cody with a special notice for all firefighters. Chief Cody.
Hello, boys and girls. Here's a tip that will help the firemen in your community. and it's something that every one of you can do. When you or your parents park the family car, be sure you don't leave it in front of a fire hydrant. A lot of people think that if they park there only for a few minutes, it's all right, that the chances of a fire happening while they run into a store is very remote. Let me tell you that the chances aren't as remote as you may think. The other day, when I rolled to a fire, the firemen were delayed 4 minutes getting a line to the hydrant. Why? Because a car was parked in front of the hydrant just for a few minutes. So help your firemen do their job, won't you? By not parking in front of fire hydrants. That's all for now. Till I drop in next time. So long.
Fire Chief Cody and the young rookie fireman Tim Collins will be back on the same station the next time you hear.
That's it. Let's roll!
Let's go!
Firefighters!
Firefighters is a copyrighted feature of William F. Holland Productions.